Hey, it's Ronsley. Welcome, you AI geek, to this podcast, My AI Love Affair. Consider this podcast your digital compass, guiding you through the labyrinth that is business growth using artificial intelligence. Running a business as a creative can sometimes be like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded. But what if you had a secret tool that could align all the colors for you? That is AI. It's like a master key unlocking multiple doors. Thanks for being here. Let's learn. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. My name is Ronsley, and I'm so excited to have you here as part of my podcast. It's been a whole bunch of different reps, from computer science to engineering to implementation to software engineering to podcasting to entrepreneurship, to bring me to a point where I can create this, my AI love affair. I'm so glad that you joined me. Let me explain to you why you should be listening. So first things first, why now? Why is this the time to get involved in AI? Well, there are a few things that have combined input to making now the perfect time. The first things I want you to layer is the different ages that we have been through, from the industrial age to the information age to the now intelligence age. And all those different times had to happen for us to get to this intelligence age. If we didn't have the industrial age, we wouldn't have machines. If we didn't have the information age, we could not have faster machines and storing of information and data. And if we didn't have the intelligence age, we wouldn't have artificial intelligence. So the reason now is a good time is because computers are faster than ever before. The computer that's in my watch right now is faster than the first computer that I owned back in the day. The networks are faster. The speed of internet and transferring data from one place to the other is very, very fast these days, and it's getting faster. And finally, storing data is cheaper than ever. So these are different elements that have combined to make now the perfect time for artificial intelligence to flourish. And I need you to understand that artificial intelligence is intelligent. It is silicon-based intelligence, while we are carbon-based intelligence, and they can think like us. So I want to show you the AI adoption curve, because I think that's important. Okay, here is something that's really important that I think you should check out. The first thing is that I want you to see the rate of adoption of ChatGPT versus all the other platforms that have taken the internet by storm, right? You see Netflix that launched in 1999. It took 3.5 years to get to 1 million users just here, which is 3.5 years, right? That feels like a long time compared to something like Facebook that took 10 months in 2004 to get to 1 million users. And then if you look at Spotify, it took 5 months to get to 1 million users in 2008, while Instagram took 2.5 months to get to 1 million users in 2010, followed by ChatGPT in 2022, which is like 5 days. So that is a huge change. If you look at look at this curve, right? It's like like an exponential curve. And then I want you to see this difference. This is 100 million users, monthly users. 100 million monthly users is a lot of users. So when you look at that, you see Google Translate took 78 months. Uber took 70 months. Telegram took 61 months. Pinterest took 41 months. TikTok took 9 months. And ChatGPT took 2 and a bit months. So the rate of adoption is something that you should pay attention to. That's why now is a good time for you to get involved. The other thing I want to show you and need you to look at is some real-time stats, right? So first of all, right now, the AI market, global market, is worth 120 billion, okay? And it will go up by quite a lot by 2030. It's expected to take a lot of jobs, but it's also expected to create a lot of new jobs, especially in the next couple of years. So just seeing that time frame is really important. The other thing I want to show you is that a lot of the businesses are already using AI. And I feel like right now that number, that 35%, is a lot higher than when the stats officially came out. Also, every single one of us has got a computerized device that we interact with daily that already is using AI, and we don't know that it's AI. We feel like ChatGPT is AI, but it's actually like how you'd say Facebook is social media. That's how we're saying ChatGPT is AI. ChatGPT is just one version of AI. I just told you about how it got to 100 million users in the shortest time ever. And also that the parameters of GPT-4 is 1 trillion parameters. And like I mentioned before, now is a good time because you can store all that data and data becomes easier to store. So why me and why this podcast? Well, I've been pulling computers apart for the last 31 years and I answered 64 exams in India to get my bachelor's degree in computer science and engineering. That's 8 semesters, 2 semesters a year, 8 subjects a semester, 64 subjects. I wrote a thesis on agile methods, software quality, and project management from Griffith University here in Brisbane, and got to actually implement my thesis by helping 2 companies get to ISO 9001 accreditation. And one of those companies was on the Canadian Stock Exchange with over 420 people. It was one of the most exciting times of my life. But that company paid for me to get an MBA, which I did from QUT, and I majored in psychology and leadership. So I started my first business because I learned businessing, right? And 4 years later, it left me with $478,000 of debt, which taught me to be an entrepreneur. But I learned to be a qualified chef in that time, run a restaurant, design a menu, work out how business really, really works. So that was my learning phase as a business owner. But then I started chefing for highly focused individuals in their homes. And to promote that company, I started a podcast called Bon Appetit, which got 1 million listeners in 4.5 months. And it was on the banner section of iTunes next to Triple J and ABC Radio, those 6 banners that go around, which was interesting and cool. I then started the first podcasting conference in Australia in 2015, started my podcast agency in 2016, specializing in helping some of the most famous people on the planet, actors, politicians, songwriters, athletes, entrepreneurs. I wrote the book in 2016 as well, which you can buy from Amazon. And I launched it at the 2nd annual We Are Podcast Conference on the Gold Coast. I partnered with Amazon in Australia to be the first agency to upload to Audible in 2017, delivered my TEDx talk in 2017 in July, which got made a TED talk in 2020. So fast forwarding past those times in 2023, I wrote a program called WriteFlow, which went from $0 to $26,000 in 11 days. I've been helping businesses adopt AI into their workflow since then, while balancing We Are Podcast, which is still running and taking clients who are businesses and brands that want to use a podcast to grow their business. I feel like I am Neo in the Matrix, and I want you to see what I see. I want you to realize that this is easily the biggest conversation we're going to have in our lifetime. And this is a big deal. You can augment your intelligence, your productivity, and your results by using machines. I want to show you how. Please use me, my expertise, my knowledge, the things that I've seen, see what I see, understand what I understand. I want to teach you to fish. That's why this podcast. I want to help the artists, the technicians, the creative entrepreneurs, the ones who are really, really great at what they do, but need support or machine support to do the businessing. They want to give their gifts to the world. They're really good at what they do. They're struggling, though, in making the business part of things work and making the business sustainable. And if that's you, then you are in the right place. I am one of you, and I've been here, and I still have to battle the demons of the artists every time I create something. So if you want to learn and collaborate and you want to learn to use AI with empathy, this is your spot. Learn with me. I've also created a Discord community for others like us, calling us AI Geeks. And you can find that at aigeeks.co/Discord. So here are some of the things that you can expect on this show. I decided I would write down the first few episodes so that you knew what was coming up. But we're going to take on the challenge of releasing 3 episodes a week. They're all going to be short. They all need to be less than 15 minutes in length. And there are 3 different types of episodes. On Mondays, we're going to release the growth tactic, which is a tactic that allows you to implement in your business, which will grow your business. So how to use AI as a lead generation source. So how to use AI to do all your content marketing, how to use AI to build partnerships, your JV ventures, as an example, how to create your online business plan, how to do all the growth tactics with AI and accelerate it, do it quicker, faster, more accurately with better information. That's the growth tactic. That's on Mondays. On Wednesdays, we're going to chat with a business owner that has implemented AI into their business and how they're doing that, so you can get real-time stories and case studies so that you can use those ideas in your business. And on Fridays, I'm going to take some AI concepts and new developments and comment on them so that you as a business owner, creative, can take that information and implement it, and it is relevant for you as a business owner. How can you help? Well, share this podcast with a friend or with your friends. You're looking for your next social post. Think about sharing this podcast. Learn the basic concepts and how they apply to business by going to aigeeks.co/level1. It is free. There are 20 concepts that help you implement and understand how to use AI in your business. And you can help me by giving me improvement suggestions and letting me know what is working from those 20 lessons that I've created for you. Finally, join the Discord server. Engage in the conversations and discussions there, aigeeks.co/discord to get in there. And like I said before, this will easily be the biggest conversation of our lifetime. And I would love you to take the responsibility of lending your voice and ideas to that conversation. I can't wait for you to join me in the rest of the episodes. Until then, love what you do and do what you love. Hey, AI Geek. Thanks for listening. Your job doesn't stop here. I want you to lend your voice to the conversation. So you can join those conversations, discussions, new trainings, new recordings, and the rest of the AI Geeks by going to aigeeks.co/discord. Also, share this podcast with a friend, another potential AI Geek. Until then, much love.